willing to use you. Hallelujah. There's very few places I go and don't speak a word. I'm going to tell you something.
Fountains of living water.
Come on. Okay, it's bubbling over. That's why we keep studying. That's why we keep praying. Hallelujah. Because the Father got a job for us. And I don't know about you, but I'm glad to have my job. So in Isaiah, Yahoo chapter 42, verse number 18, hallelujah. In Isaiah 42, 18, he says, hear, you deaf one. Now look what he's saying. Y'all deaf people, I want you to hear. Now sounds oxymoronic, doesn't it? See, I should be doing like this. But he didn't. He said when it's open verbally, hear, you deaf ones. In other words, y'all sitting in here with orbs on side your head, and you're not hearing the word I'm saying to you.
No discernment.
None. That's blindness. So if you're sitting in here, and he's saying, I want you to hear me, and you are turning a deaf ear to him, you are blind. Because if you can hear him and walk out of these doors and go back to doing what you were doing, you didn't hear the word.
Is that why they say, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why. Because when you see what I'm saying, now you're not blind anymore. But if you see what I'm saying, then your mind will be right here 100%, because you know it's not Isaac Williams talking to you, but it's Almighty Yah speaking to you right now. So don't look at me. I'm just a messenger. I'm just like that person who roll up to your house in that truck with a letter and stick it in your mailbox. Whatever's in that letter is for you. Whatever's in this message is for you. I already got it twice. See, I'm not ashamed to show you this. Those are two messages from the same Yah, and you can put them together and they mirror each other. But it's a little bit more in this one than in this one. Because the Father got on my time and said, you didn't tell my people the whole story. I want them to know, I don't care how much time it takes. Make them understand that it's crucial right now that they get their eyes open so they can see. Because I'm going to show you signs and wonders in the heavens. I'm going to show you which way I want you to go. I'm going to show you how I want you to do it, but I need you to be able to see. But if you just want to go to hell, keep your eyes closed. Keep doing what you're doing the way you want to do it. But I got a hell waiting on you. I'm trying to save you. You better let me save you. Praise his Kodesh name.
That was 42:18.
And so we're going to do verse number 19. Who is blind? Look what he said. But my servant. He ain't talking to the world out there. He's talking to Israel. The world know that they're blind. We're the ones that think we see. Just because we we can memorize 10 scriptures, we think we have arrived. We deceive ourselves. We think we're ready to go to the next level. And we haven't learned how to love your neighbor as yourself. You're still blind. That's why Paul entreated them. Paul said, my little children. Shabbat shalom, all Christian. Glad to see you. Who is blind but my servant? Who is deaf as my messenger that I send? Now he's acknowledging I sent you. But you know it's a pitiful thing to have a preacher stand in the pulpit and he don't hear anybody except himself. He is that good that he don't need to hear from heaven anymore. He gonna tell you what he think, how he feel it should be, and then he gonna stand behind that and build a church on it. And you're gonna be just as blind as him because you're following him. Not open for discussion. Y'all be surprised how many preachers I've tried to talk to. Not open for discussion. This is the way we do it. This is what I get. This is the way we do it over here. Now you do it the way you want over there. And I tell them, it's not for me to do it here or you to do it there. It's for him to do it everywhere. And if we're not following him, we're going to hell. Because see, if you get smart with me, I got the propensity to get smart with you. Now, I ain't going to get smart in a bad way, but I'm going to get smart enough to tell you where you're headed if you don't change. Verse number 20 says, you see much, but you don't keep it. Your ears are open, but you ain't hearing nothing. I didn't finish 19. Y'all help me now, because I'm telling you, I'm fired up. Who is blind but my servant, or deaf but my messenger that I send? Who is blind as he who is at peace?
Ooh, let's see that right there. You need to touch on that.
Blind. Because you're at peace with yourself. Oh, I know enough to get in. I don't have to go to service every time the door is open. I'm at peace with myself. Cold. Too big for me. Too big for you. I'm big enough to make it into the kingdom. I've heard enough. I see enough for me. They're at peace with themselves. Anybody in here at peace with yourself, or do you feel you need some more? See, but see, when I speak these words, sometimes people take offense to the words I speak, but I'm going to tell you something. We read last night or this morning, we read that every day the children of the Most High was in the temple. Every single day. And we get tired after one day. That means you feel like you got enough. You might not say it, but your life shows that. See, I'm not blind. He opened my eyes to see me, and he opened my eyes to see you. Hallelujah. That's why when me and Brother Shannon and Sister Williams is here on Wednesday night, and nobody else don't show up, what do we do, brother? Keep on rolling. Brother Jared is here sometimes with us. What we do, Brother Jared?
Roll on.
Keep on rolling. You know why? Because they got some people here, they got some entities here that you don't see. Right. And they're going to give me the encouragement to preach like it's got 1,000 people in the room. Then I get on the phone after we leave away from each other and get on at home, and I said, let me see how many views we have. Sometimes it's 40, sometimes it's 60, sometimes it's 100. I say, on a Wednesday night? That's telling me the Father said, I got some people who need to see. I got some people who need to hear. They might not be hearing the person, but they're tuning in to you. Because I want them to hear. And then when I got home and I said, you know what? I got the power with all these, what they call them, friends. With all these people call themselves my friends, guess what I started doing? Sending it to them. Then I get a little feedback that they're starting to watch now.
Hallelujah.
So you know what? I got an audience, whether it's you or anybody else. Remember where I started. I started off with dogs. I got a cat now, but I'll preach to my cat. Yes, I will. I ain't going to sit at home dormant and don't preach. I love preaching. And see, when I preach to them, Brother Jerry, I can preach. Get down. But I love doing what I'm doing right now. Go to the next chapter, 43. 43, verse number 8. He will bring out a blind people who have eyes and deaf ones who have ears. He's going to bring out a blind people who have eyes and the deaf people who have ears. He's going to bring us out. He brought us out into a place where he can take away our blindness and open up our ears. What happened? Brother Isaac, what happened to that blind man? And then the Messiah said, come with me. And he led him outside the city. That's what he's talking about. He had to get him away from his comfortable environment. He had to give him away from he used to be. Used to being. Let me put it that way. Let me see if I take 3 steps, pulpit. If I take a right and go 5 steps, end of the pulpit. See, you're used to that kind of stuff. And that's why people go to church the way they go to church, because they're blind and they're in a comfortable place. They're in a common place where they're accustomed to, and they don't want to leave that place because they've got comfortable in their blindness. But he called us out of the box. Huh? He wants us out. Get out of that place where you're comfortable at. Come on out of there. Come out from amongst the blind and touch not the unclean. Come on out of there. Brothers and sisters, I don't know about you, but I know it's time for us to come out.
Yes, sir.
Hallelujah. They're doing things, and I'm not going to get too much into the government right now, but they're doing things to cause us to see clearly where they're heading us to. They're using the cattle prod. How many of y'all know what a cattle prod is? You know, the Messiah called it the prick. Why are you kicking against that? I'm not. Because I know what they're trying to do. My eyes have been opened. I see what they're doing. They're trying to train me to be obedient to the system. They're trying to train me that their way is the right way, that their Christianity is the right one. They're trying to train me that only they can heal my body. They're trying to train me. But I got somebody else that has already trained me.
Yes, sir.
Hallelujah. And I'm still his little one. So he's still training me.
Yes, sir.
I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm his child. And the way I go to him, I say, Father, here's your dependent child again. Because I'm dependent upon him. Hallelujah. And he takes good care of us. I ain't going to say take care of me. He takes good care of us. Hallelujah. Because we know that if it had not been for Yah on our side, yeah, we could have been laid up in somebody's hospital being murdered like the rest of them. But the Father said, no, I got work for y'all to do. I got things for y'all to do. I got people need salvation. I got people that are blind and think they see. I got people who are hearing and think they're hearing me when they're only hearing their religious dictates. But I need you to tell people that they got to open their eyes. Because time is running out. The hourglass is almost empty.
Yes, indeed.
And you playing around. No, I didn't hire you to play around. I hired you to go to work. Isaiah 59, verse number 10. We feel for the wall like the blind. We're looking for a wall. You know, wall is protection. We feel for it. And we feel as without eyes. At noon, we're stumbling as if it was twilight. In deserted places like the dead. That's us. He's talking to his people here. He is not talking to a world that don't know him. He is talking to a people who is ignoring him. See, there's a difference in not knowing and ignoring. And the worst thing you can do is to ignore him, because he will get your attention. If he called you, don't ignore him. He'll get your attention.
Yes, sir.
And I ain't going to go into the ways he can do it, but he got ways of getting your attention. Anybody been to the bottom of the barrel yet? Beside me? See, once you get to the bottom of that barrel, you find out there ain't nobody can save you but him.